Welcome to the Ghostly Chronicles. The forest that forgot the sun. The legend. There's a patch of ancient forest in northern Assam called Vandya Grove. It appears on no maps. Local tribes call it the forest that forgot the sun. Legend says anyone who enters loses track of time, and the sun never rises inside. It's always dusk, the air thick with mist, and the trees lean unnaturally inward, as though listening. But what makes it worse is this. The forest remembers you. It calls your name when you're alone. And if you answer, you'll never find your way out. No one speaks of the people who vanish there. The adventure. 4 modern explorers, Ruhan, Isha, Neil and Zara, urban photographers and history junkies, set out to uncover this lost grove. They'd read about it in a crumbling British officer's journal from 1890, which ended mid-entry with the line, "The trees have begun to whisper, and I feel them watching." Naturally, they had to see it for themselves. After an exhausting trek through dense wilderness, the forest changed. The air thickened, and the light dimmed unnaturally. Despite it being midday, the sky overhead was dusky, like it was forever evening. They stepped into the grove. Instantly no sound, no birds, no insects. Even their footsteps felt swallowed by the soil. The trees bent inward. The ground was covered in thick roots that twisted like veins, and the strange part, the trees had no leaves. A few hours in, they stumbled upon an old moss-covered milestone, a remnant of the colonial era. It had fresh scratches on it, 4 names, Ruhan, Isha, Neil, Zara. The exact spelling, as if someone had known they were coming. They looked at each other. Neil laughed it off nervously. Must be a prank. But no one else knew they were here. There was no one else for miles. As darkness fell, though it had never really been bright, the forest began to murmur, soft voices, not words, just sounds, like leaves speaking. One by one, they started hearing their own names faintly, from deeper inside. Zara, Ruhan. Isha tried recording it. The audio came back silent, except for one playback where a deep, gravelly voice said, "Stay." That night they made camp. Neil left to relieve himself and, well, he didn't return. They searched for hours, calling his name, until, finally, Zara's flashlight caught a figure standing between 2 trees. It was Neil, his back to them, still, silent. But when they approached, it wasn't him, just a pale, human-shaped figure made of bark and dirt, its face twisted into a grotesque grin. The real Neil was gone. The forest moves. Panicked, they tried retracing their steps, but every landmark was gone. The old milestone, missing, the trail, vanished. Even their footprints in the soil were erased. The trees seemed to pulse, their branches twitching, closing in. The whispers grew louder. Now it wasn't just names, it was sentences. "You should not have come. You belong to us now." The final hours. By dawn, though no sun rose, only Ruhan and Isha remained. Zara had been lured away by a voice mimicking her mother's, pleading for help. Ruhan clutched the old journal they'd found earlier, now smeared and torn. One final entry had appeared, in fresh ink. "We warned you." The ending. Ruhan left the journal as a marker and told Isha, "Whatever happens, don't answer them." They moved silently, ignoring every sound. Then came the voice. "Isha, please, help me." It was Ruhan's voice. Isha spun around, and that's when the forest took her. Ruhan never looked back. He walked until he collapsed, unconscious. When he woke, he was outside the grove. The forest was gone, no trail behind him, only dusk light and absolute silence. No one believed his story, except for the old tribesman who muttered, "It let you go, for now." Please like, share, and subscribe.